All right, leaders, welcome. We're diving into what is, without a doubt, one of the biggest industrial opportunities of the decade. Let's cut right through the hype, the sci-fi stuff, and get to the strategic reality of the humanoid robot revolution.
You know this quote from Roland Berger? It just nails it. It perfectly captures the massive shift we're seeing right now. The question isn't if these robots will work anymore, it's how fast can we scale them? The time for sitting on the sidelines is officially over.
And if you need a number to drive home the urgency, here it is, $38 billion. That's Goldman Sachs' projection for the market by 2035. And get this, that's a six-fold increase from what they were saying before. We're not talking about some niche tech here. This is a whole new economic pillar being built as we speak.
Okay, so to get everyone on the same page, here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll look at the big picture, the inflection point we're at. Then we'll drill into the AI, the hardware that actually works, the global race to scale, and finally, what this all means for the economic playbook. All right, section 1. The big question every leader should be asking is simple. Why now? What's so special about this moment that's making humanoid robots finally, well, real? Well, it isn't just one thing. It's more like a perfect storm. You've got three major forces all converging at once. First, the AI is finally mature enough to understand the physical world. Second, the hardware is officially good enough to be deployed. And third, there's this huge economic pressure. Labor shortages and rising wages are demanding a new solution. So let's dig into that first piece, the AI. This is the brain of the operation, and honestly, it's where the most game-changing stuff is happening. We're talking about a leap way beyond the simple automation you're used to. And here's the term you need to know, agentic AI. Look, this is not just a fancier chatbot. A chatbot answers your questions. An agent executes goals. It sees its environment, it makes a decision, and it takes action. It's a fundamental shift. Okay, let's really break this down because this distinction is absolutely critical for your strategy. The chatbot era, that gave us a pretty good thought partner, but the agentic era, that's giving us a workforce. Think about it like this. It's the difference between asking, hey, how do I assemble this thing? And just saying, assemble 10,000 of these by morning. See the difference? And you can really see this evolution in 3 steps. We started with rule-based automation. You know, those big robot arms and cages doing the same exact thing over and over. Then we got training-based AI, which could handle a little bit of change. But now we're at the context-based level. This is the new frontier. These robots don't just know what to do, they understand why they're doing it. And that's what lets them finally step out of the cage and into our messy, real-world environments. Okay, but a brilliant AI brain is useless without a body that can keep up, right? So that brings us to our second big force, the hardware. It's finally matured to the point where good enough is actually really, really good. Just look at this timeline of Tesla's hands. It tells you everything you need to know about the speed of this. A couple years ago, we were at 11 degrees of freedom. Think of a simple claw. Now, we're at 22. A human hand has about 27. We are getting incredibly close to human-level dexterity. And that's the difference between just moving a box from point A to point B and actually being able to, say, wire a panel or handle a delicate part. And what's so cool here is how you can draw a straight line from these nerdy engineering details to real business value. Take planetary roller screws. Sounds complicated, right? All it means is the robot can move more like a person without breaking down. Or generative design. That's not just some fancy AI trick. It means you can design lighter, more efficient parts in a fraction of the time. Every single one of these hardware breakthroughs gives you a direct competitive edge. All right, so we've got the brain, we've got the body. Now let's look at the global chessboard. Who's in the race and how are they playing the game? And what we're seeing is 2 completely different strategies playing out on the world stage. In the West, you have companies like Tesla going AI first. Their whole bet is on creating the smartest, most adaptable robot brain possible. China, on the other hand, is all in on a scale-first strategy. They're focused on dominating the supply chain and just pumping out units right here, right now. And believe me, that scale-first approach is already making waves. I mean, look at this. IDC predicts that Chinese companies are going to make up 95% of all humanoid shipments next year. They are building an absolutely massive manufacturing machine. So, how does the West respond to that? By thinking on a whole different level. Tesla's plan is to turn its Fremont factory into a robot factory. They're aiming to produce 1 million Optimus robots a year. That's not just about building a robot. It's about building the factory that builds the robots on a scale that's just unprecedented. Okay, so that's the tech, that's the global race.
But here's the bottom line for you. What does all this mean for your operations? For your strategy? Let's talk money.
The math here is just stark. A human worker costs you what, $40,000 a year, maybe more? The projected cost for a humanoid robot, once you spread it out, is closer to $15,000. Oh, and by the way, it can work around the clock. The return on investment here isn't just good, it's quickly becoming a no-brainer.
And getting that ROI is getting easier too. You don't have to shell out huge amounts of cash up front. This robot as a service model, they call it RaaS, is exploding. Basically, you can lease robots just like you'd lease a car. It's lowering the barrier to entry for everyone.
Now, obviously, this is going to cause a huge shift in the job market. There's no doubt about it. Repetitive, physical jobs are at risk. But it's not just a story about jobs disappearing. A whole new ecosystem of high-skilled jobs is being created to support all this. Think robot mechanics, AI trainers, simulation designers, all new roles for a new era. So here's where we stand. We're at this incredible moment where the tech is finally ready, the economics make perfect sense, and the global race is heating up fast. The companies that are going to win the next decade aren't waiting to see what happens. They're making their moves right now. The window to get your strategy in place is closing, so the only question left is, what's your next move?